Hello and welcome to Valkyria Chronicles. This is just about my all-time favourite game on the PS3. Dear God, do I love this game. It is beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. When I found out there was going to be a Steam version of it, yes, I bought it immediately. I bought it at that exact moment. This is a part turn-based, part real-time turn-based strategy game. And it basically follows a sort of World War II alternate plot, alternate nations kind of, even though you can sort of tell what areas they're supposed to be, you know. It is, though, an awesome little game, driven by a very nice, interesting plot. And it's what I'm going to play. It's what I'm going to play because, you know, it is one of my favourite games, and I wasn't expecting to be able to do this at all. I mean, I could have done a capture card and played it that way, but that involves a bit of messing around. And this is now on Steam. We're going to see how effective the Steam version is. It certainly has the looks. It certainly has the looks. But this is squad-based combat. It also involves a bit of permadeath, though most of the important characters you can't kill off without losing the mission. So anybody who's integral to the story is kind of mission critical. Everybody else can be killed, and a lot of the characters are very unique. That you can add into effectively the army, or the military unit, Squad 7, that you basically command. So, with the intro mostly done and out of the way, let us begin. Valkyria Chronicles. We shall press the non-start button, we shall press the mouse button, because that's what I do. We shall just quickly have a quick check on things. This is actually using a very odd control setup, so I might have to adjust that at the moment. Subtitles on, English, yeah, that's all fine. Let's turn down that volume slightly and turn that down as well, because that'll help me out when it comes to actually editing this darn thing. Right. New game. And because this is a game I've played before, I believe it does give us a difficulty choice. But first, plot.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance,
The Empire!
otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral, Ragnite, for their survival.
Magical
and its growing
rocks.
Scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on.
I mean, it's very obviously World War II, but you know.
The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of Ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche.
And that is where we enter.
Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So what we'll do is we'll do the prologue chapter. I've also decided for this LP that I'm not going to be cheesy. Because a lot of the battles, in order to get the best ranks in them, you have to play them in a very odd way, which is not... You would not normally, if you were playing any sort of strategy game like this, unless you knew to do this, you wouldn't play that way. So what I will do is I will play the wars as I feel is most effective based on the board situation. I won't do the crazy scout runs required to get the best rankings in this. And that being said, we're a way to go here. So the way the storytelling sort of thing works, it's sort of book. Scenes open up as we see each of the scenes. It first forces you to play the cutscenes, and there are battles at various pinpoints. There are some choices that you can make later, but mostly it's a very linear plot.
1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Bruhl.
As you can see, a thriving metropolis of 2 windmills.
Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
Except for one. Meet the main character, folks.
I haven't been down this road in years.
And you're going the wrong
It hasn't
way.
changed very much. Whoa. Already? Hey there, guys.
Yeah, he talks to fish.
Beautiful. Starting early this year.
He talks to plants and animals too, to be fair.
How's the water?
And what everybody else is thinking, he's nuts. And he is, but in a good way. Harassing fish is...
Put your hands in the air. Slowly.
Harassing fish is death in this town.
Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are...
The one with the gun. We're with the Brultown Watch.
Well, hello, one
I'm
with the
Alicia.
gun. No.
Alicia Melchiot. So, I'm wondering what you've been writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station. Take him away.
Well...
Thanks, fish.
What did the fish do? They were just there. Oh dear. But that's basically how the sort of scenes progress in this game. We will go through them. As mentioned, there are sort of alternate and not necessary scenes you can go to, but we'll go through all the cutscenes. Because I think the plot is actually reasonably
Flowers,
interesting.
bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code.
Ah!
I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Great.
Yeah. Idiot.
Welks? Is that you?
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house?
That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara.
You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is.
Huh?
And thus we
I
are bailed.
apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
Thanks. Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am, or that somebody might be watching me.
Or that, you know, there's a war going on.
Gunfire!
Speaking of...
Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on!
Yep, attack the civilians, because, you know... Well, they've established to be evil.
Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
And so we move to battle. New episode, thank you. About saving the game, yada yada yada. Saving is probably a good idea, but we should be fine for this at least. Also, I was sure they were supposed to let the difficulty get. They're supposed to tell me about difficulty. It might just be the normal playthrough.
Here's the plan.
So, briefing. Not really too much to talk about here, but the way this sort of works is it allows you to set up the troops. Sometimes you'll have divisions. It'll go over what the objectives here are. So pretty much our objectives are cross the bridge, eliminate all 3 of the enemies. If either Welkin, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass, we lose. Also, now I'm going to see how the controls handle.
I see 3 of them.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
Okay, so. Nope. No, not tutorials, please. We don't need tutorials. Alright, basically, we have a number of command points, which is you're given by various characters. Welkin and Alicia both give 1, plus we have 1 automatic for this mission. As we can see, there are 3 enemies, and we know their rough positions and they're facing. So, in order to... Darn, that's going quite slowly, actually. I can move around with the mouse. Anyway, let's start with Welkin. So, Welkin has an action point, and this means he can move around the field freely. That time gauge is basically his movement level as well. The more I move, the more that time gauge goes down. Thankfully, we do want to move towards the sandbag. Oh, it's going to tutorialize me all the way through this, I think. But still. Welkin runs up, and we move to attack. So we do want to move right behind, and... Alright, he's not facing the same direction as us, which is a shame. And now we have the sort of aiming gauge here. So we'll take 7 shots for any body wound to kill him, or 2 headshots. We're going to aim for the head. The circle is the area that will be hit. Or where all the shots will go. In theory, they should hopefully go towards the middle. And they did. So Scout 1 is defeated. Esken's the action, which we will do now.
Yes!
Thank you. There's no experience points really in this. Oh, I should have crouched really. If I was playing this properly, I'd actually run him up. If I was going for the rank to do this in 1 turn. It is very easily doable in this in 1 turn. Though a bit harder now that I've paused. Still, let's move people up. Command points can be saved from turn to turn. I do not have to use them all, and I probably won't. But what we will do is run Alicia up as far as she can go. I think we can actually get her to... Yep, thank you. Use the sandbags for cover. It's being very obvious at the moment, but that's fine. It's the first mission. And hopefully I'll have enough points to do this. Just about. Now, as you see, we get shot at while we're here. So let's go and take this shot here. Because we're crouched, the circle is smaller, as you can see. It is, though, a long-range shot, and so therefore we didn't get enough to kill him. If you shoot and fail to kill the person you shoot at, that does not end the turn. They get a shot back. We're going to use our next command point then to finish off with Alicia. She has fewer time units than she did last time, and while she's in range, she will get shot at while it's her turn. So you will have to be quick with movement. That being said, we've got ourselves reasonably positioned here, and also, I'm just going to stay crouched. If you move away from a sandbag, it automatically uncrouches you, but for now I just want to move close enough that we will get shots at this scout if he moves up. So therefore we're going to end the action. Alicia's forward. Slightly wounded, we have ended the phase. Yeah, and as you can see, if I went up with just Welkin, I could probably have done this in 1 go. It is possible. It's how you get the top rank, I think. Though I might be able to get it with just this. So as he moves closer now, Alicia is in range. Now they've stopped the move the moment he hit range, which is not a good plan, because it means Alicia's going to kill. Yeah, now it's just mentioning that I can use CP to repeat people. We get 3 new ones for this turn.
My turn, okay?
I think we're just going to use Alicia to kill. And we'll aim for the headshot again. Did not get a good enough shot there, but we got plenty of options with that. I could try and move it closer, but I'm not actually convinced I need to, so we're just going to end the turn. And have another shot. So we need 5 hits to the body or 2 to the head still. There we go. And that is the first battle over and done with. Operation complete. The victory music's coming rather loud. I will have to adjust
I
them.
don't see any more of them.
And plus we get experience. As you see, we get a B rank because we did not do that in one go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if this has a separate save system, and if it does, then I might show off the A rank. If not, I might do all A ranks at the end of the LP. This stage I'm not certain on this one, but still. You can sort of see how you would choose that to get the A rank, and all of the missions are like that. They're all very, very restrictive on getting the top ranks, and that's how you get the most money and experience. It is not required, though. I will point that out. It is not required, because there is a there is sort of a bonus mission.
There's no other sign of the enemy.
Yep, we'll wait for you to finish.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury
Eat them! Oh, no, actually, loot them! Eat, then loot
So
them.
it's
It
begun.
could work.
I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town.
Who have mostly left, in
I'll
theory.
do it. Even going to war, I'll do it.
What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallia. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant. These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate,
Lots of hate.
and of love blooming even through the flames of war.
But we will get to the hate and
What
love
follows
and
is a record of this conflict, and of those who fought, lived, and died.
boom. Well, this is Adult 2012. This was the prologue to Valkyria Chronicles. I will say until next time.